This week in Daily Race C, we have Trial Mountain in Group 3, and yeah, you can expect some pretty intense action here, and I decided to take a car that is not meta, but something a little bit different this time. And for this race, I went with the Mazda, because it felt like this car had a lot of pace, and I think I could really make a difference with it. Overall, it's probably not the best choice since the BMW seems to be the strongest option here, but I just wanted to see what I could do with the Mazda and whether I could actually make it work. And they took the RCZ, didn't they? Okay, that's the Porsche. That's the Porsche. And that's couch driver behind me. If you didn't know, he's on a couch. Driving from a couch, actually. As the name suggests, but he really is doing that. I like this Mazda. Maybe not as much as the BMW, but it's a good car. And now we are going to send it. No, we're not. No. But the Italian went for it and moved up to 4th place, which means I need to be extra careful in there, because you never really know what can happen in a situation like that one. So I'm still not sure whether to defend or stay neutral, but it's always smart to keep an eye on what's happening at the back. The toughest part of the circuit was the first section, since the Mazda felt quite unstable there. And I was really trying to get it through it in the safest way possible, without actually making a big mistake. But it's quite difficult to handle this car. Meta, I've seen a couple of meta cars, but I would say the BMW is the real meta. Like the meta of the meta. Yeah, you see. Don't see. Don't look. And just if you lose your focus for one moment, it can be really hard to get all of it back. The Mazda is a quick car around here, but you have to pay close attention to every tiny detail. And as you can see, the BMW was much stronger through this section. And when someone is that close, it's almost certain that they will try to make a move in the braking zone. Is he going to hit him? No. I went like semi-defensive. Didn't really work. But I guess this is going to be an interesting race. Should be. And yes, I lost a place, and I do get a lot of questions about it. And at this stage of the race, just being too defensive or just trying to fight too hard almost never ends well. So my goal was just to stay about 1 to 2 seconds behind the leader and hold that gap without getting into any unnecessary risky situations. So I was just trying to find the right moment and wait for that gap to open up, and then make use of it without taking any unnecessary risks. 51.9. Send it. No, I can't send it here. Whoa, okay. Not what you want to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh. Even hit the microphone there. Luckily I survived. Oh, bam, into the microphone. The bad thing is that I lost a place, but a good thing is that the microphone survived that insane moment. So now, like I said it before, I just wanted to maintain the gap and really get comfortable with the car, because I know this race isn't going to be an easy one. Maybe I should have been more aggressive, but looking at the gap to the lead, it's, what, 1.5 now, 1.6 seconds, okay. I made a mistake. And in the next lap, I just focused on keeping an eye on the gap and staying within the slipstream range of the cars ahead. I was mainly trying to understand how this car behaved, because this was my first race. And I didn't really make any kind of progress and stayed in 5th place. And honestly, nothing much happened in front of me either. So everyone was just maintaining their places and their gaps, and everyone was just minding their own business. And we had to make one pit stop in this race, usually switching from mediums to softs. at about lap 5 or potentially even lap 6. You can adjust your strategy depending on your car's performance. With the Mazda, I decided to go with a slightly longer stint on the mediums to have a stronger pace later on the softs. However, the undercut was actually quite powerful, and that's exactly what the driver in front of me went for. I stayed out for that one more lap, still within the slipstream, and then came what was probably the most interesting part of this whole race. I think this is going to be an interesting race. Half a second. What just happened? What happened was that the Italian lost the back end while trying to defend and nearly took out the whole field. Luckily for him, it was just a minor scratch, if I can say that, and I somehow managed to avoid all of that. And after that, it was finally time to make our mandatory stop and get the most out of those soft tires. I got a place. Two actually. I got 2 places. The guy is like warming up, 3 wide, Spidey sense. There it is. Okay. Couldn't do it. It's better to give him a little push rather than not. Whoa, what is that? And after the stop, and even after some lag, it was finally time to start pushing, and the leader was on a slightly more worn tires than we are. So I had to, I guess, make the most out of it. So my goal was just to stay in the slipstream and avoid making any irrational decisions, since it was clearly a 4-way fight for the win here. I also had a lot of pressure from behind, so I was just trying not to make any mistakes, which in this car is definitely not easy, especially in the first sector. Overall, I was just waiting for someone to go for it, and eventually, that something finally happened. I think Elias might try to go for it now. I think he's quicker. Yep. No can do. What? Oh. Sorry. This is definitely going to be a tough fight for the win here. Oh, I'm pushing. Maybe I shouldn't be pushing as much. Let's see now. Wide. Let's go wide. Whoa. Let's try to go wide. 3 wide. Not good. Maybe good. I don't know if it's good or not. What a race so far. Let's catch the leader now. Let's catch the leader. And after that pretty intense last lap, the real battle is about to begin. So with the race nearing its end, I knew I had to make something happen and really find a way to make this work. I don't think I even want to get the lead. At least not there. He needs to give me a bit of space. What is that? What was that? I mean, there was a lot of lag, but... Wow. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I know this is not going to be easy now. I need to defend. And before we do that, I just wanted to check out what happened behind. And it looked like just one of those very strange incidents, probably caused by a bit of lag, which unfortunately ended Elias's race. Now, I had to switch to defense, because right behind me was one of the fastest drivers in the world. And of course, if you're enjoying this race so far, consider leaving a like or potentially even subscribing to this channel. And now on the final lap, he started closing in fast, and it was time to, well, take some defensive lines. Okay, again, defense. I think he's too far away. A bit of defensive line, but no, that's like 3/10 away. I think I got it. I think I got it. Wow, what a race. Wow, definitely. I think every race should be like this every week.